Welcome back to 𝐂𝐴vormart. Today we're teaching you how to create this Amalfi-inspired tablescape. So if you're into the blues, the yellows, and especially the lemons, then stay tuned. Let's get started. So first things first, we've set up our table with just a plain white tablecloth. This is a premium polyester, which is high quality. If you want something that never requires any type of ironing, then go with scuba. Another color that would be great with this setup is light blue, a dusty blue, or even a navy. Or if you have like a striped or patterned tablecloth on hand, that could go well with this also. So as you can see, I already have our over the table rod set up. This is super simple. All you have to do is simply clamp it to the sides of the tables on both sides and then attach the rods at the top. And what's great about this rod is it is resizable. This can go from anywhere to about 4 to a little over 6 feet. This table is a 6-foot table, and as you can see, it covers across it beautifully. Next, I'm using these yellow chiffon table runners, and all I'm going to do is simply drape them across the table. I'm going to use 2 of these just because I want a lot of fabric on the table, and there's no real rhyme or reason. I just kind of like to gather and move them around, just give them a little bit of movement here. Next, I'm going to be adding our place settings. So we've got these gorgeous blue and clear French toile chargers, and so I'm just going to add these and accompany them with these dusty blue polyester napkins. And all we did was just fold these up and tie them in a little knot, and we're going to place them right on top of the chargers there. Lemons are going to be the highlight of this look, and so we've just cut these lemons in half, and we're going to place them directly on the chargers next to the napkins. We're going to be using gold cutlery. I love this long stem gold plastic set. It just seems to go with every look, and it's going to go beautifully with our blue and gold theme here. So right now the table's looking a little flat, so we're going to bring in some glassware that's really going to give the table some more dimension. I'm a huge fan of using colored glassware to do that. These are real glass. They are stunning, but if you can see this little texture here, this pattern here, that's going to give it a lot of texture and dimension. You cannot have a tablescape without flowers, in my opinion. So we've taken these cylindrical vases, added in some lemon slices, some fresh flowers I got picked up from Trader Joe's, got some hydrangeas and these beautiful yellow flowers to help make it pop. And we're just going to place them along the center of the table. Now we could stop here, but we're not going to because we have a little bit more to add to the table. Next, I have these Mercury glass votives. Now you can utilize these for candles if you're having an evening event, or flowers if you're having a daytime event, or a little mixture of both. I've just added in some baby's breath and these really cool little yellow palms here. And I'm just going to place them throughout the table just like I did with the centerpieces. Now let's talk a little bit more about the decor we have up here. So attached to our table rod, we've got some faux flowers. This is a hanging wisteria. There are 5 separate branches I've attached just with some zip ties and then cut off the excess tie at the top. I love the fact that we have both fresh flowers and faux flowers because it just shows that you can use both. You can mix and match, or if you want to go all fresh or all faux, you can do that too. In addition to the wisteria, this is one of my favorite parts of the table, and that is these lemon slice garlands. So I took some jute and all I did was tie some knots along the yarn and place slices of lemons. Some of the lemons already had that natural hole in the middle, but if they don't, if you've got some thicker slices, you can use a straw. I used a metal straw to poke a hole in the middle, and that would feed the jute through it. And you can do as many of those as you like. This was a really great way of using the excess lemons that I had so that I wasn't wasting any of my materials. And last but not least, we've got to finish this table out with a boatload of lemons. And there's no rhyme or reason to this, just place them wherever there's space on the table. And that's that. Thank you so much for joining. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.